Aloha y'all. So today I just wanted to talk about empath protection and how you can protect yourself from psychic vampires and people who just are trying to get your attention to ultimately steal your energy, no matter like how small the amount is. So these are just different things I've learned over time being empathic myself. So empathy is a gift, but it takes work for us to learn how to not only create protection techniques but also like to develop it into something that we are able to not shut off, because ultimately it's not something that your psychic abilities, it's impossible to shut off, and that's how you know it's a gift. So that's why it's so important to learn how to protect your energy, but then also to expand into it. Jupiter just turned retrograde in Pisces. This is now prime time to be really doing the inner work of developing our psychic gifts and taking it to another level. Between now and October is prime time to be focusing more on the astral plane, focusing on dream time recall, keeping a journal. I think every rising when you get up, you really want to reflect on where your body went last night. Like, our conscious body like taps out, but then the subconscious is awake all the time. That's why it's so important to really have the practice of remembering your dreams, and now is prime time to be doing it with Jupiter retrograde. So first thing I do is avoid eye contact. Like, anybody that tries to, that you can feel like from far away that their energy is just off, I don't even want to look at them in the eyes, because as soon as you do, you form like a energetic connection with their soul, because the eyes are the windows to the soul. And this is like an everyday thing. And also, before I leave the house, I do like a visualization. Sometimes I even do it in my car. I think the cloaking technique that I use is another level of it that you can learn. You visualize mirrors around you, or you visualize like your aura being like sealed and closed off, instead of being really open and vulnerable, where people can like come in and like try to like leech off of you. So that's what I do before I leave the house. It doesn't take much time really. It's just something that you keep in your mind's eye, and it's something that you see is reflected. And I know it's working, because there's so many times when I would just like move in a certain way and nobody would notice, like you're right behind them or something. This is something that was confirmed a lot, because at my old job that I was working, I would just randomly appear and disappear in places, and people were like, I thought you were like over there, like how did you end up behind me all of a sudden, and things like that. So yeah, that's actually because you move into a different like dimensional frequency, and you can transcend like the physical density in like a faster way. Also, of course, like crystals, I always wear crystals. I keep them in my bag too. So the best crystals for protection are the black colored stones, because they have like hematite, for example, is like the blood of the earth. You know how it's like red, but when it like solidifies, it turns black. It's so solid and tuned into a certain frequency that dispels anything that is artificial or not in resonance with the earth's blood, you know? So that's why hematite is one of my favorite protections, not just for EMF, but also for just bad energy. Shungite, I always have like a shungite on my desk that I use, that I put between me and my computer if I'm working on that. And also like kyanite is one of my favorite ones. I have like a small piece I keep in my bag, because kyanite clears, like it's one of those crystals that don't need to ever be recharged, and it also like clears the energy of like other crystals that you carry with it. So it helps, like some crystals like tourmaline, for example, it might get really dense over time, but I feel like the kyanite helps to move it and to like clear and like reset it. So that's why I really like kyanite. And also the crystals that are striated are like the ones that can move energy very like efficiently and like all the time, so it's not like stagnating. Another technique that I have is cutting cords. So I've heard many things about, energetic cords is actually a literal cord between you and another person, and there's 3 different ones. There's one that's heart to heart, and then there's one that's heart to their solar plexus, and then there's one from their heart to your solar plexus. So it's like a crisscross in like a straight line too. So I feel like the heart-to-heart connection is something that is easy to do, but the solar plexus one, because it's more like connected to your physical, it requires more of a conscious like redirection to cut the cord. So I heard that you're supposed to unhook the cord instead of cutting it, because I don't know, it's just not as simple as snipping it, you know? It's something that you had to unhook. And something you can do that I do is you have to thank the person for everything that they taught you, and when you're ready to let go of it, it's good to do a ritual for it. It's also good to get in water to like to release the cord, and you want to visualize it like unhooking from you, like your solar plexus, and also from your heart to their solar plexus. The water is another thing that really cleanses emotional cords that you like might gather throughout the day. I get in water almost every day, whether it's the river water or whether it's the ocean. The two energies are very different but very powerful and healing in their own ways. A lot of it is just visualization and also feeling into it. So when you visualizing is first and then feeling, so you can fully embody it, not because the emotional body is the bridge between the spiritual and the physical. So, you know, we don't have just a physical body. We have like 4 different main bodies. We have the physical, which is the densest, and then we have the emotional, which is contained in the mental body, and then we have the spiritual body. So in order to bring the spiritual energies into physical, we have to work with the mental and the emotional body. So the emotional body is like a bridge, and a lot of people are like trying to sever their own bridge because they think being sensitive is like a curse almost, when really it's something that you have to own it. I talk about in my other video the benefits of honey and how it can seal your auric body, because a lot of people that are new to spirituality have their energy body so open and so free, but that makes you vulnerable to psychic vampires, because your aura is your etheric body, which is the density that is up from your physical body. So your aura is like a visible thing sometimes because it's the light body that is the most physical out of all of them. So meditating every rising is also, it helps you be grounded and be more centered on yourself. So that is also another thing that all empathic people need to be on. And also grounding in nature every day. That's something that helps you not only reset your entire energy body, but it also helps ground you so you're not like scattered, you know. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share today. Let me know if you have any other tips that you want to share with people in the comments. And we have the Capricorn full moon coming up on the 24th, so I'm going to be posting about it on my Instagram like I always do. And yeah, that's all I wanted to share today. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe for more content. Peace.